Chair recognizes our friend from Florida, Mr. Moskowitz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for allowing me to wave on. By the way, I love when we tell only half the story. Mr. Trumka, who obviously, is just super important to folks here, came out afterwards and clarified his comments and said that we are not coming to take anyone's gas stoves away. So, Dr. Richmond, I have a question, and I'm sorry for this line of questioning, but I think it's important because of the messaging that has now not gone on in just this hearing, but a markup and a previous hearing. When are you coming to take my gas stove away? And will I get a 4-hour window, like when Comcast comes to my house or the power company? Because I just want to be home when it happens, because I have a dog and I don't want him to be let out by accident. So can we schedule that now? When are you coming?
I'm sorry for laughing, but I have 2 dogs and chickens, so it's okay. We're not coming.
Okay.
We're not coming.
So I think this whole thing is kind of a program that's been around forever, right? We see it in stores. It's called Energy Star, right? It has to do with making sure appliances are energy efficient. And by the way, not to bring up Donald Trump, but he's in the news again today because he got a target letter from the Department of Justice on January 6th. But in 2019, Donald Trump proposed to lawmakers to switch the burden in his budget, from federal funding of the Energy Star program away from the federal government, and he wanted to switch that burden onto companies. He wanted companies to pay a fee. And the companies said, well, if we have to do that, that's going to drive the price of appliances way up. And so when I hear my colleagues talking about appliances being more expensive, I didn't hear them come out and say that Donald Trump was trying to do that when he was trying to, in his proposed budget, switch the burden to companies, which would have made appliances more expensive. What I don't understand is, aren't we really just talking about innovation, Dr. Richmond? I mean, isn't this really just about innovation, that as appliances get better and smarter, they can hook up to Wi-Fi now, right? Aren't we just talking about, when we talk about efficiency, that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about innovation.
Yes, absolutely. And again, I'm a research scientist all my career. I understand innovation and I understand the challenges, believe me, of research, but I also understand the value of it. And you're absolutely right. If you look at the amazing innovation that's gone into our products, there's a TV on our refrigerator. I mean, things like that are just remarkable.
And haven't we done really the same thing with cars? I mean, is anyone advocating that cars should only get 1 mile per gallon? I mean, I think I kind of heard that earlier, by the way, that, if we make cars more, I mean, come on, we've made cars more efficient. Did we ban cars? No, the industry now make engines that can go more miles per gallon, right? And that's what this is also. This is more miles per gallon, meaning you're going to get more out of your appliance with less, meaning less power. Right? And that's what we do. We get more out of our engines with less fuel. That's it. It's an efficiency thing. And gas stoves are not going to disappear, or blenders, or dishwashers, or refrigerators, or the NutriBullet, or Ron Popeil's dehydrator, or, I could go on, anything that they sell on QVC. None of this is going to disappear. It's just going to get more efficient. And I don't know why anyone on the committee here is against innovation. It doesn't seem right to me. I think it would make more sense, quite frankly. It would be great if we had a hearing more on supply chain, right? Because I don't know if anyone's had a microwave or a dishwasher or a refrigerator go down. Sometimes it takes weeks to get parts because those parts aren't made here. And in fact, that's what the Biden administration was doing with the Chips and Science Act, which is trying to get these microchips made here in this country. Obviously, most of my colleagues across the aisle voted against that. But when we talk about appliances and the American people, we should try to make it easier for these appliances to get fixed by onshoring and nearshoring where these appliances are made. And just to finish it off, anyone keeping score, any parent out there, anyone who has a kid, let me tell you something. Here's the score. Gun violence hearings in the 118th Congress, 0. Gas stoves, 3. That's all you need to know about what's happening in the 118th Congress. I yield back.
Chair now recognizes